On today's episode, we talk about the new movie that should not have been released, Archenemy. He's Jay. Yeah, I'm Alan. That's Ben.
Three bros with three opinions, and they're not very good about this movie.
Yeah, stick to the end if you don't want to see these scores. This is Movie Jabs.
Let's go.
All right, so this movie was a gigantic missed opportunity.
I thought it was good.
Shut up. A gigantic missed opportunity. Because here's the thing.
Oscars.
Here's the thing. All these comic book movies, all these superhero movies that have come out, they're about superheroes. Everybody knows the story. You know what you're getting before you go in. This was originally, and you didn't know what you were getting when you went into this, and they could have set up something that could have created a trilogy or something cool, and it just wasn't.
I used to sit on top of the highest buildings in Chromium and look down like a god.
I'm going to cut you off for 1 second. What do I always say? I want an original movie, which this was, and
it sucked.
Totally missed.
Call that a flop.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man,
totally
it was a flop. So, John, say his name. You're the Italian. John Manganiello. That guy's tight.
John Magliano.
He's tight. He's tight. He's got real muscles, unlike Alan. So he's like real big and stuff.
Yeah, he actually lifts.
Yeah, he actually lifts. He's real cool, and he's not the greatest actor, but he's pretty good. And I thought that he was perfect to play a superhero role because the guy looks like a freaking living superhero. He's humongous, and they could have done something great with this, and it was terrible. So he's an alien from a place called Chromium, and he came to Earth by punching a hole through time and space, which is pretty dumb. But I mean, that's where I'm talking about how they fell flat. This could have been a cool story, but when he gets to Earth, he's a homeless bum.
The power to drink a fifth of whiskey and not pay for it.
Dad was a storyteller.
See? It's in our blood.
I used to punch holes through space-time.
Hey! Oh, you're the dude who says he's from another planet. You got superpowers, right? Come on, I just want to hear your story.
He's a homeless bum. And the whole time this movie's going on, you don't know if he's just schizophrenic or if he's telling the truth. And that's the build up to the end of the movie. And it was just
spoiler
awful.
Can I real quick just touch base on something?
Sure.
So his planet is called Chromium, right?
Chromium.
Krypton, Chromium, Superman comes here, his powers get better with the yellow sun. This guy comes here, they get worse.
Yeah.
It's literally a bizarro Superman, except he has no powers.
Yeah, it's the opposite of Superman.
Yeah.
And
except
he gets
not good.
Right. Well, when he gets here, he's just a wandering homeless vagabond bum, and he meets this kid. So he meets this kid who's trying to become popular, and he wants to be the newest journalist on, I don't know, Buzz News. What are
Peter
those?
Parker.
Yeah, he wants to be the Peter Parker, but for one of those trendy websites. What are those ones that are all like Huffington Post or something?
TMZ.
Yeah, he's trying to get to be on one of those, and he finds Joe, and he's like, "Hey, man, let me hear your story." And he's hearing a story, and then as the story goes along, the kid gets in trouble, and Joe has to come to the rescue.
My city was named Chromium.
So that's where you're from?
They had to invent things to hurt me. Intelligent asteroids, killer robots.
Super villains?
Say super one more time.
Oh, okay.
Even the whiskey's weaker here.
Space whiskey. All right, look, do you have any superpowers at all? Or?
The source of my power doesn't exist here. Why you gotta fill the kid's head with bullshit?
Joe has to come to the rescue. And finally, at the end of the movie, you figure out what's real and what's not real. And I guess we won't spoil it for you, but the way they did it...
You gotta spoil it.
Okay, I'll spoil it for you. So you find out...
Because it's not worth watching.
You don't need to watch this. You find out that he was actually telling the truth from the very beginning.
Yep.
But they didn't reveal it to the very, very, very last act of this movie, to the last 10 minutes. And the way they did it was so bad. It was so bad. The supervillain of this, you don't see her once until the very end. And she was the flattest, most boring, horrendous actress I've ever seen in my life. And it was awful. And then they did this thing. They did this thing where they cut to animations, right? And I'll be honest, I hate it when movies do that. I don't like live action movies that cut to animated stuff to fill in for sequences. I just think it breaks the flow of the movie.
It fits with some movies, but not this one.
It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. You can't take me from watching live humans to some animation. But the thing is, it would be one thing if they did that and it was actually quality. It was crap. This animation was terrible. I mean, it was like stop motion. It looked like someone made it out of cardboard. It looked like Cartman was running around. Respect my authority. That's what I felt like I was watching. But it was so bad. It was so bad. And Joe's acting in this Why did he do this?
I've always been good to you, right? To you and your family.
Like, he was a drunk homeless bum. I think he was drunk the whole time he did this. I think he was drunk the whole way through.
He was hammered when he signed the contract.
Yeah, I think he was. And then when he got there, he was like, oh my God, what did I do? Let me just keep drinking. Let's keep drinking.
But you said why I did it. So basically, superheroes are in right now, right?
Of course.
So,
yeah.
Right. But so this wasn't your stereotypical, like, oh, I'm a superhero, I have this power,
they went in a cool direction with it.
Right. So I'm guessing that's why he's like, you know what? I'm going to go towards like this market. I want to I want to strike while the iron's hot.
They had a huge opportunity to create something original, new, and exciting, and it was a mess.
So that's why I'm guessing that's why I did it. It's like, this is new and exciting. I'm going to go for it.
But it was a mess.
But he didn't read the script.
And the character development in this was terrible. Like, there were characters popping in left and right. Didn't take any time to tell you who they were, what they did, what's their backstory, why are they even in this? There's no point. And the only cool guy in this was Dennis.
Dennis. Pulling the Dennis.
Dennis. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And the only reason it was cool was because he played the same role. He was Dennis.
You're risking our lives to hang out with some homeless man?
Max didn't have to do any of this to help us.
They will find you and they will kill you.
So what are we supposed to do?
You fight the war.
Get Max Fist.
We're gonna play a game!
Where's my brother?
You look insane.
And that made me laugh. But
it's like mustache.
Don't get
Dennis
me wrong.
always
It doesn't
makes me
mean it doesn't mean the movie was good. It just means that thankfully I had something familiar to watch. I was like, oh, at least Dennis is funny.
Yeah.
Like, at least Dennis is funny in this. That's good. But it was a massive, massive opportunity missed to create a new, cool superhero genre thing, and it was just awful. The special effects, oh my gosh, were they bad. You could tell, like, when they were doing wire work for people floating and doing superhero things, it looked like something that we made in our backyard with like a pulley and a rope. I mean, it was bad.
Like where it was like the pause and it's...
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. So
Score time
for this, yeah. So this movie, for me, I have to, because I'm so disappointed, I have to give it a 0. I have to give it a 0. I was not entertained at all.
So it's on Jiu-Jitsu's level.
Yeah, this is right there with Jiu-Jitsu. This is like, this is a 0.
I'm going to go 1.6.
This is a 0.
I'm gonna go.
Dennis gives it a 1.6.
Well, Dennis was funny. I was gonna
say I'm gonna go a 1 just for silly Dennis.
Ooh, I hate
but if
being the top scorer.
If you go into this like me and if you're a nerd like me and you like comic books and you like superhero stuff, this is gonna be a huge disappointment because they really missed something. They missed a chance.
I love original movies and
this wasn't it. I mean,
it was, but
it wasn't it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So
another movie. Don't waste your time.
Chromium.
End of the day.
Put it back in the comic book and burn it.
Yeah. All right.
That's it.
We're out.